Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee and Chat with Hallee Bridgeman. I hope you have your cup of coffee or tea or whatever you drink in the morning, that you can sit back and relax as I answer a reader question. And today's reader question is, you wrote a long series that's set in World War II. Is that your favorite time period? And so the series that the reader is talking about is the Virtues and Valor series. And it's kind of neat that this is the question that came up today, because this last week, was the featured author at the Barr Memorial Library at Fort Knox. And this is the book that I talked about. I talked about the inspiration for writing it and the problems that I faced writing such an intricate story of 8 novellas that all come from 8 different points of view for the same event, and how I had to layer the action and the details of the plot one novella at a time, so that each one was more exciting than the last. And so it was kind of neat that was the question that came up. So the short answer is yes. World War II time period is my favorite time period. I love the music. I love the culture. I love the way that the country rallied behind the troops that were deployed to fight the war of the United States. And I've also done a lot of research into Great Britain and France, obviously, to write the Virtues and Valor series, and just found that this was just a special generation, and a very different time period than any other time in our history. It was, post-industrial revolution, pre electronic technology on such a massive scale, and it was a different warfare. You're bringing in planes and submarines, and it was a horrible war, obviously. I mean, war is not good, but I'm less interested in the horrors of war than I am in the culture of the people that were living it. I wanted to show you, I don't know how this will work because I'm kind of clumsy with it, but I have lots of World War II memorabilia, not memorabilia, just things on so this is my desk, and I have, the Rosie, the WAC, the Woman Air, Women's Army Auxiliary Corps, and I have a Rosie the Riveter, and I have my Marine and Coca-Cola. These are just kind of the things that I have around me. I have another Rosie and World War II history book on my bookshelf, and so I feel like I could spend all day long reading homemaking books. I have my favorite homemaking book is America's Housekeeping Book, which is, I think, 1942 and 1941. And I have actually read this book cover to cover more than once. I am actually putting together a homemaking book under my Hallee the Homemaker moniker, and I am using that as my style guide to create it, because I love it so much. It's like this beautiful it's this beautiful thing. I wish that I could go back in time and walk down the aisles of a grocery store or a clothing store. I love the styles. I love the music. So yes, World War II is my favorite time period, which made researching the Virtues and Valor series such a joy. It was the most exciting stretch of year of writing that I have ever spent, and it energized me for writing in a way that I really have no words for. I am plotting a Pacific series that's going to be, in the same vein as the Virtues and Valor series, which took place in occupied France. So I'm going to do something in the Pacific. And my husband Greg and I went last October, almost a year ago, to Maui, and from Maui to Pearl Harbor. And we spent the day touring museums and all the various things regarding it. I've been to the World War II Museum in New Orleans. I've been to the Air and Space Museum, and really focused on the World War II era aircraft. And there's an Air Force museum in Indiana that also has this amazing, almost a whole building dedicated to the World War II. And so I have really poured a lot of research into it, and now I'm starting to turn my eyes into the Pacific area and trying to come up with, well, I have like this vague idea of a plot, but I'll sink my teeth into it probably at the end of 2018. So thank you for your question. I think you probably got a little more detail than you wanted. World War II is my favorite time period. From the whole 40s and early 50s are it's just a fascinating era for me. And it's probably good that there isn't a time machine, because what I would probably do is pack a bag and say, it was nice knowing you. I can write on a typewriter. So I hope you have a great day. Have a great Monday. I hope that you feel refreshed and blessed, and you're able to face your week with energy. And thank you for... and if you have a question for me, the link is on my website sidebar, and also in all of my newsletters. And so keep an eye out for the link. And as you come up with a question about me or my writing, let me know. All right. Have a great day.